guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to you. This is not an easy video to make. It's a kind of a sensitive subject for me. It's time to address the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is me. So, this is something which I have avoided talking about on my channel, and that is my weight. When I say avoided talking about it, I'm not of the assumption that you guys are blind and you can't see that I'm a fat woman. And I'm not blinkered to the fact that I'm a fat woman. I'm very much aware that I'm a fat woman and always have been. But I've been unwilling to have my channel be a weight loss channel. And funnily enough, I've been extremely unwilling to have people discuss my weight. Fancy that. But it's time to address the issue. And I can't not address it on my channel if I'm addressing it in my normal life, because I'm a vlogger. Because I vlog my weekly life, you guys will notice that things are changing, I hope. I hope you'll notice that things are changing. You'll certainly notice that my meals are changing. You'll notice that things are different. If I go on a diet, I can't hide it from you guys, is what I'm saying. And I don't want to. But I did want to put a video out before I start so that you guys know where I'm coming from. So, to give you some backstory of my size in general, I was a skinny kid. Right up until the age of 12, I was a skinny kid. I was the kind of kid that other parents looked at and said, is she all right? She's not been well. I stayed skinny up until 12, and at the age of 12, a couple of things happened in tandem. We moved into a newsagent's where there was an unlimited supply of chocolate bars and chocolate milkshakes and bags of crisps and cans of Coke. I wasn't necessarily allowed to have as much as I wanted, but it was easy to have as much as you wanted, would be fair to say, and more than you needed. And at the same time as that happened, and up until that point, I'd lived quite a snack-free life, really, because Mum didn't buy a lot of snacks. Mum was always trying to deal with her weight. So we weren't a very snacky house, and it was the 70s, and the most you managed to have was a penguin, I think, was the height of snacking in the 70s, early 80s. So this was a big change for my normal diet. At the same time, of course, it's when you join secondary school and your eating habits change then as well. So at primary school, you almost always have school lunch or a packed lunch, both of which are fairly controlled way of eating your midday meal. But once you go to secondary school, you go out to the chip shop for lunch and things like that, and so that was another contributory factor. And of course puberty hit, and puberty is another one that makes a difference for girls. I don't think boys necessarily get fat at puberty, but certainly for girls hormonal changes make a difference there as well. And all of these things happened at the same time, and I gradually began to put on weight. And by the time I had Anthony at the age of 17, I was wearing a size 18 clothes. And I stayed more or less the same over the next few years, and in fact at the end of my pregnancy with Natalie I was a bit lighter than I'd been at the start, because I'd been violently ill every day all the way through, and so I actually lost weight. And so at the end of my pregnancy with Natalie I was 15 stone and probably wearing a size 18 to 20. And oh my goodness, I thought I was huge then. I'd pay to go back there now. And within a couple of years of that, another couple of things happened. I gave up smoking, and I switched to Pepsi Max from full fat Coke. And you might think that sounds like a positive change, because full sugar Coke you would think would have to be worse for you than Pepsi Max, which is sugar free. But a lot of research indicates that the aspartame that they use in Pepsi Max actually ends up being worse for you, weight gain wise, and in other aspects it confuses your brain into thinking that something sweet is coming. So if you drink a can of sugar-free cola, you can actually kick off a sugar craving, because your brain thinks something sweet is coming. It sends insulin out to deal with it, and then when that isn't there, it messes up your sugar levels. There you go, there's an interesting fact. But yes, yeah, so I switched from full fat Coke to Pepsi Max and gave up smoking, and again the weight gradually crept on and crept on and crept on. And I gain, on average, 0.5 stone a year, and have done since Natalie was born. So, here we are. I'm 47 years old. I've reached an age where weight loss is not easy. I mean, I've never found weight loss particularly easy, but it's another well-known fact that at the age of menopause, weight loss becomes more tricky as well. And hormonal changes and fluctuations again may mean that I gain more weight as well. And now it's affecting my health. So all of these years I've gone, yes, I'm big, but I'm healthy. Yes, I'm big, but I'm fit. I used to walk everywhere. 15 years ago when Natalie was little, I would probably walk 20 miles in a day without breaking a sweat about it, because that was what I did. Learned to drive 15 years ago and that changed. All of these contributing factors mean that at 47, I am massively, massively overweight. And now I'm getting the payoff from that. So you may have noticed me mention on a few videos recently that I've got a couple of health issues that I'm dealing with. And they are pretty much weight related. So I have arthritis in both knees. I would estimate that my pain scale, on a pain scale of 1 to 10, I probably hover at a 7 most days, which is livable. Some people live their lives at a 10, don't they? So I'm not playing the world's tiniest violin. I'm just saying, that due to my weight, my knees have crumbled. There's no cartilage in there, I don't think, anymore. And I've got arthritis in both knees. I've got a dodgy ankle that gives up and then I collapse over sideways on that. And over the last 18 months, I've begun to develop a condition which the doctors have advised me is probably something called pitting edema, which is basically fluid not travelling back out of your leg. So I have it in my right leg. My right leg is becoming elephantine compared to my left leg. My right leg is swelling and the swelling doesn't go down, and it throbs and it's painful and it's worrying. In addition to all of this, I don't sleep well. I have a lot of headaches. I snore, which is connected to my weight, to my weight and my size. And so I wake up with a very dry mouth in the night, so I get disturbed night's sleep because of that. I can't do things that I used to be able to do. I've spent a couple of days away with Caroline this week, and it's been obvious to both of us that my mobility has deteriorated just in the last 6 months or so. I can't do the things I used to do. I think lockdown hasn't helped. And I know that my eating habits are out of control. It's not portion sizes. Although you see me eating out a lot, I only eat the portion that another person would eat anyway. It's the stuff that I eat when I'm not eating a meal. So I will have a packet of biscuits for breakfast without thinking twice about it. I stopped buying my favourite biscuits because I was eating them by the packet as though that was normal. So it's my snacking that's out of control. And when you actually look at the calories in things that you're eating without even thinking about it, it's quite ridiculous. It really is. Each one of those biscuits that I'm eating is 70 calories, and I'm eating, I think it's 15 in a packet. 15 in a packet. That's over 1,000 calories just in that packet of biscuits, and I'm eating that for breakfast before I start the day. It has to stop. It has to stop. And so I am going on a healthy eating plan. Now, I have done over the years various. So I've done Slimming World, I've done Weight Watchers. I haven't done any of. I've tried low carb. I didn't do keto. And none of them have worked out for various reasons. So, and well, the various reasons are all me. I'm the reason they haven't worked out. I don't know how I'm kidding, but they don't fit with my lifestyle for various reasons, or I bend the rules. Slimming World is a plan that works excellently if you stick to it. But I've been going so many years that I don't stick to it, and I bend the rules and I cheat it, and I think I'm clever, and I think I can get away with this, and it's only Monday, so I can do what I want on Monday and Tuesday because I've got till the end of the week to sort it out, and all of this stuff. So Slimming World and me, not a good mix. Weight Watchers I didn't succeed. I don't want to say Weight Watchers didn't work for me. I didn't succeed with Weight Watchers. You have to own your own faults. You have to own the language that you use to describe these things. If I say Weight Watchers didn't work for me, that's blaming Weight Watchers. And it wasn't Weight Watchers, it was me. I did not succeed with Weight Watchers because I did not follow the plan properly. Weight Watchers is a points system, and I would use all my points on 3 Mars bars at breakfast time and then wonder why I was still over points at the end of the day, because you can't sustain yourself for a day on 3 Mars bars. All of the things considered, I have decided to go with a very simple, old-fashioned calorie counting regime. So I've downloaded an app that's simply called Calculator, and you just put in what you've eaten and it'll just take off the calories off of your total for the day just to help me not lose track. And I am starting at 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories is slightly above the recommended daily intake for a woman of my age. But because of my size, I will burn more. I can't remember what the actual terminology is, but I'll burn more just by existing, because it takes a few more calories just to keep my heart pumping. So I'm starting at 2,000, and then I'll be able to drop slightly. Whereas if I start too low, I think I'll crash and burn, and I won't have anywhere to drop to. And I intend to break it down into a 400 calorie breakfast, a 600 calorie lunch, an 800 calorie evening meal, and 2 100 calorie snacks. The lunch and dinner calories I've decided will be interchangeable, so that if I do go out for my main meal in the middle of the day, I can use the 800 calorie allowance then and have 600 calorie allowance for the evening meal. So I don't want to, because I don't want to change my lifestyle. The problem is that I want to change my life, but I don't want to change my lifestyle. I eat out. I enjoy eating out. It's a social thing for me. I don't have a great social life that isn't based around eating out, and at the moment I'm not fit enough to base a social life around exercise. I'm hoping that I will get fitter and that I will be able to take up more exercise, and then I'll be able to say to a friend, shall we go for a walk instead of shall we go for dinner? But at the moment I can barely walk to the end of the drive without being in extreme pain. So we begin as we begin. 2,000 calories a day, broken down as I've described. I want to try not to aim towards using up all of those calories. You know, if I'm allowed a 400 calorie breakfast and it comes in at 350, I don't want to look around for something to use those extra 50 calories on. But also I don't want to economise on my calories and start to deprive, because I know that I will rebel against that. So we'll see how that goes. And I have weighed myself this morning, and it's funny how hard this bit is. It's funny how difficult this is. Fair play to all those people who go on television, get weighed in front of thousands of viewers, because this is difficult. My current weight is 26 stone 11 pounds. I'm nearly 27 stone, 26 stone 11 pounds. And I hope to get some of that off. I haven't set a target weight because I don't work well to targets. I tend to rebel against targets, and I don't want to rebel against myself here. So I weighed myself this morning. My starting weight is 26 stone 11 pounds. By the time you guys see this video, I will have been, hopefully, eating my new way, eating to my new plan for almost a week. So I'm recording this on Monday, I think it's the 17th. Might be the 17th. I'm recording it on the Monday anyway, and it's not going out until the Saturday morning. But there are a couple of things that I want to say to you guys before you start to see me do my food diary and eating what I'm eating, and the way I intend to try and work this. So you are an incredibly supportive audience. You guys who watch my channel, you're so lovely, and you send me supportive comments and messages all the time, and I really appreciate that. And I, of course, really want your support with this. But I don't want advice. I don't want well-meaning advice to try a different plan. I don't want 15 comments saying, oh, you should try keto, you should try Atkins, you should try the cabbage soup. I did this and it worked for me. I'm delighted that all of these things worked for you, but I'm not fat because I don't know how to lose weight. I'm fat because I eat badly and I know it. So I kind of, without meaning to sound bolshy, I do know it all. I know it. I know how you lose weight. You consume less calories than you expel. That's how you lose weight. And I'm happy with the diet that I've chosen. So I'm going to put pre-moderated comments on, because the other thing is that I may well get some negative feedback on this. And it's going to be difficult for me to deal with if I do. It's because it's such a sensitive subject for me, because it's so very personal. Negative feedback I'm going to struggle with, and therefore I'd rather only I saw it rather than it was out there for everyone to see before I get a chance to look at it. So I hope you guys will understand why I've chosen to do that. I hope you'll be understanding that pre-moderating the comments will help me to feel better about doing this so publicly. And I hope that you will understand what I say when I say I'm not really asking for advice on this. Please don't bombard me with my mother's sister's auntie's cockatiel did Atkins and lost 4 stone and you should try that. I'm happy with the choice that I've made. And when it comes to seeing my food diaries, because I do intend to run this as a food diary and show you guys what I'm eating, you'll find that I discuss what I'm eating as I film it. And there's no good way to say that criticism isn't welcome, is it? Because you know, you're gonna be sitting there going, all right, well, you know, we're entitled to criticise you if we want, and of course you are. But I won't need to be told if I've buggered it up, because I'll know I've buggered it up, because my own guilt chip operates at quite a high level, and the scales will tell me as well, won't they? So obviously, if you see me say, I'm eating this and it's 50 calories and you think, I'm fairly sure it isn't, I've had one myself and I know it's so and so more, then obviously, you know, help like that is going to be massively welcome. If I'm making a genuine mistake at what I'm calculating or whatever, that's going to be hugely helpful. But other than that, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I could be causing offence in this video without even trying it. I seem to be very good at causing offence without breaking into a sweat about it. It's not been easy to make this video. It's not been an easy video to make. It's not going to be an easy video to put up. It's not going to be an easy video to see the reactions to. But it is time to try and deal with this. And it's not the first time I've tried to deal with it. Obviously, I've tried over the years. But it's the first time that it has felt like an important, immediate health issue. Over the years, I've gone, well, I'm not ill yet, so I'm all right. I'm not ill yet, and now I am. Now I'm ill, and it's too late to. I can't put it off any longer. It's got to be dealt with now. So, I'm sorry for the rambling. I didn't script what I was going to say before I started, as you can probably tell. Thank you for watching. Thank you for understanding. Of course, your comments are always welcome. When I said I was pre-moderating comments, I didn't mean don't comment at all. Your comments are always welcome, but as I've explained why I'm going to be pre-moderating. And let's hope there's a bit less of me soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.